and welcome to an easy peasy lesson. This time I will talk about the verbs of the first conjugation that receive the infix as and as in the present tense. Some of you ask me what an infix is, and I know that I sometimes use such grammar terms without explaining them because I kind of think that everybody knows what they're all about, but it's just my mistake, sorry. There are actually three words that you have to keep in mind with regards to this topic. There are prefixes, suffixes, and infixes. Prefixes always come before the stem, suffixes come at the end of the stem, and infixes in between. If you don't know what a stem is, I'm gonna try to explain what a verbal stem is because we're already talking about verbs. So let's take, for example, the first conjugation verb, a desena. To find out the stem, you'll have to eliminate the infinitive a in the beginning. A desena. So this first a has to go. And then you'll also have to eliminate the infinitive ending a. So you have in the end the word or the stem desen. So think of the stem as a naked verb. The verb cannot just walk around without wearing anything. That's why it needs something to dress up, like infixes and personal endings and so on and so forth. Now let's go back to the verbs of the first conjugation with infix. So many verbs ending in a in the infinitive receive, while conjugated, these infixes, as or as. Why? I actually have no idea why these verbs cannot be conjugated in the same manner as other verbs of the first conjugation. And I guess this isn't that important. More important would be for me to know when these verbs actually take the infix, but I don't know that either, so there seems to be no reason behind it, but I guess it might have something to do with the etymology of these verbs, which is again not that helpful because you cannot start digging through the whole etymology of Romanian to find out how to use and when to use the infixes. I guess you can just learn them like this and that's it. Verbs of the first conjugation, which receive the infix as or as, can be conjugated in three ways, depending on the sound the stem ends in. The first model is when the verb ends in a consonant other than C or G. Let's take, for example, a lucra. It ends in R. So it's gonna be eu lucrez. Tu lucrezi. El lucrează. Noi lucrăm. Voi lucrați. Ei lucrează. So what do we notice here? We know that verbs of the first conjugation don't have any ending in the first person singular, but still there is this as in this case. And this as repeats itself in the second person singular as well. And then it turns into as in the third person singular and plural. So yeah, that's it. Nothing special about it. You just have to learn it as it is. The second model consists of verbs whose stem ends in G or C, and you might be wondering why the heck do these sounds have a known category. Let's take, for instance, the verb a parca. The stem is gonna be parc, and as you can see, it ends in a hard sound, k. When we're gonna add the infix as and as, the C is gonna meet the E, and we're gonna have this Romanian sound che, which is soft. So you cannot just turn this hard k in a soft ch. We're gonna have to keep its hardness by adding H between C and E, and you know that the sound is pronounced in Romanian as che. So it's gonna be eu parchez, tu parchezi, el parchează, noi parcăm, voi parcați, ei parchează. And the same happens with the sound G. Now let's take a look at the verb a interroga. So the stem ends in this hard G, interrog. And we want to keep it, that's why it's gonna be eu interroghez instead of eu interrogez. Okay? Eu interroghez. Tu interroghezi. El interrogează. Noi interrogăm. Voi interrogați. Ei interrogează. And the third model is used in case of verbs whose stem ends in I. Let's take a look, for example, at the verb a studia. Eu studiez. Tu studiezi. El studiază. Noi studiem. Voi studiați. Ei studiază. Some things are different, right? First of all, the infix as turned into as in the third person singular and plural because we already have that I in the stem, so it would be pretty complicated to pronounce so many vowels in a row. And then, instead of the ending we now have m. Okay, that's it for now. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Be happy!